Hey guys, what's going on? I figured I'd do a check-in on Algorand. Ticker for this is ALGO, ALGO, and I'm currently on the weekly time frame. Now, I've covered this coin, I think about 4 or 5 times in the past. It seems to be pretty popular. I guess I have a lot of Algorand holders on this channel. But before I get into the analysis, a couple things. Number one, if you're not subscribed and you want to get notified when I release these videos, click subscribe, click the bell, click on all. If you click away without doing that, you may have a hard time finding this channel again just because it's so new and there's only around 1,000 subscribers or so. And because of that, I'm not really prioritizing the search engine. Also, number two, I'm going to put a link to the exchange that I personally use in both the pin comment and the description. I like it for a few different reasons. They have Algorand if you want to trade that. They have pretty much every coin that I talk about. But also, when you sign up, they don't force you to submit your personal documents, right? So there's no KYC. KYC is optional. They have the option if you want, but you don't have to actually do it. And there's not many centralized exchanges that have, a lot of coins and a lot of volume and really nice trading experience that do not have mandatory KYC. So yeah, again, that one's in the pin comment and the description. Now, depending on your current location, you may need a VPN. So I'll also put a link to a promotion on a VPN, again, in the pin comment and the description. Okay, so Algorand. So I'm just going to assume that you're new here and that you haven't watched my previous videos on Algorand. So I'll start from the weekly time frame and kind of give you a macro overview of the price action that we've seen in the past and where we are right now. Okay, so we had this massive run up to the upside, basically took place in a 5-wave structure. Then we had this long correction down, but this correction, which was quite brutal from almost $3 down to where we are right now, 9 cents, huge drop. But in the process of this drop, we formed a falling wedge. And that's pretty much where we are right now. But we're at the lower region of this falling wedge. The trading range is getting tighter and tighter. And we find ourselves all the way back down from where it started. So Algorand is the perfect example why you need to take profits on your altcoins in the bull market, right? When you have the feeling of euphoria, that's the time when you should be unloading your bags. I don't care if you think Algorand is going to change the world or whatever. It might be a great coin fundamentally, but that actually doesn't matter when it comes to trading. It's just in a bull market, you have this influx of capital and it just kind of artificially inflates all the prices. So you want to ride that wave up and then you want to exit. Take your profits off the table and then just wait for the inevitable crash and then you can buy back in if you love Algorand, right? Imagine taking your profits up in this range and then you reaccumulate down here, right? So anyway, as I mentioned, we basically did a round trip on this from this range, 9 cents, all the way up to almost $3, back to 9 cents. That's where we are right now. As you see, I have these horizontal lines drawn. So actually, if you're going to trade this is still in play, this falling wedge. So just take a trend line and draw, connect the tops and then connect the bottoms. And that's going to give you the wedge formation. This is still in play. This is still the resistance and this is still the lower range of support. Okay, now you'll also see that I have these horizontal levels drawn, and this is just for in the event if we're able to break this diagonal level of resistance, the top line of this falling wedge, then these are going to be potential resistance levels on the way up. Okay, so if you want to draw them on your chart, the first one I recommend just take a horizontal trend line and paste it right at the right below the bodies of these candles right here. And then you'll see that pretty much lines up to a T with this peak right here where we got rejected. So obviously if the price is able to break out of here, this is the first level that the price is going to contend with. Now beyond that, you have this level right here. And just draw that right below these two candle bodies, okay? So that's your next horizontal resistance, and that's around 16 cents, so 0.1644. Beyond that, if this level breaks, then the next level I would look to is right up here. Take the horizontal trend line, paste it at the top of these two candle bodies, and that's around 27 cents. 0.2770, and beyond that, the next primary level that I would look to is going to be right here. So just take a horizontal trend line, paste it below all these candle bodies here, and that's going to be around about 78 cents. Okay, so now that you're caught up on what I pretty much discussed in all the previous videos, I want to change the time frame and take a closer look at the recent price action. So let's flip it to the daily and take a look. Okay, so you see that I have these downsloping diagonal levels of resistance drawn on, and the first one up here, if you want to draw it on your chart, feel free to. Just connect the tops, all these tops. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This particular line has 6 touch points, and it's where we recently just got rejected. Now there's another trend line that's also valid, that's also currently in play. So just take a second line, and on this one, as opposed to drawing from the wicks, draw from the candle body right here, and just move it down. So you'll see it was resistance here, 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 and all throughout here. You see this is what was holding the price down, okay? We broke above it, came to the next level of resistance, got rejected, and now the price is in between these two lines, okay? So the trading range right now is very narrow. So personally, this is not the area where I'm going to look to take trades for the short term or midterm. Now, if you have a long-term view and you believe in Algorand, then I'm going to zoom out once more and just show you, like, you're accumulating what could potentially be the bottom here, right? The lower end of the wedge. I mean, if you want to play it safe, you can wait until this resistance breaks. That's probably the safest way to play it. But right now, if you want to hold this until about, late 2024, mid 2025 or so, and you believe in Algorand, you're following the fundamentals, you think this coin is going to have another run up, then by all means, this is definitely not a bad place to accumulate, right? Like for the people that were accumulating down here on the last run, well, I'm sure this move up made several millionaires, right? So the question is, will history repeat itself? I don't know, maybe. If this coin is still in play, if this coin still has strong fundamentals, then yeah, by all means, go for it. But of course, not financial advice. Okay, so I'm going to change the time frame once again. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. Yeah, okay, exactly what I said. We're just in this trading range. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take it back out to the weekly. Okay, personally, for me to play it safe, rather than accumulating right here, I would probably wait until this level breaks to the upside to really be serious about my long positions. And that level is going to be right here. You see, right below all these candle bodies here, I would like to see, a weekly candle start closing back above this horizontal level, which is around, it's not far off from where we are right now. It's about 1 cent up, so 0.1090. So that's about maybe 12% above where we are right now. And then at least if I'm buying here, I can use this as a stop loss. And then if the price comes back down, I can get out without taking too much of a hit. Whereas if I'm buying right here, maybe the price comes all the way back down to the lower region of this down sloping support line. When Bitcoin recently dumped, this is where we came down to. Buyer stepped in and wicked off. But if we keep coming down here and retesting it, that's not ideal. And this level down here is around 0.082, so a little over 8 cents down here. So yeah, for me personally, I would like to see weekly candle bodies closing above this line, right? The one I just drew just below these candle bodies. And then ideally what you want to see is you want to see this downsloping level of resistance break. Now the thing is, for short-term trades, am I going to focus on Algorand right now? Not really, because we're still in the pattern, right? Where there's other altcoins that I can trade on a short term that have already broken out of the falling wedges that they were in, right? So Algorand, like VeChain, is lagging a little bit behind here, unfortunately. But again, as a accumulation range for the longer term, this does look pretty good to me, considering that we've come all the way back down to the start of the run, right? So anyway, hopefully that helps. These are your levels to the upside. Draw these lines on your chart, this falling wedge. Don't get too excited until this downsloping diagonal resistance line breaks. And then if you want kind of early signs of strength, well, you have to break through this one. And then, yeah, again, I would like to see weekly candle bodies closing above this horizontal line. Anyway, guys, once again, if you found it helpful, click subscribe, click the bell, click on all. If you want an exchange to trade Algorand and pretty much every other coin I discuss, the link for that, the one I use, is in the pinned comment and the description. And yeah, that about wraps it up. Take care. Have a good evening. Bye.